Welcome! In front of me is a Honor 20, and today I will show you a couple more tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. And jumping straight to it, we're going to begin with the simple mode, which is designed for elderly people, and it will basically make the icons way bigger and make the entire UI a little bit more simple. So to enable it, you will go into the settings and then go all the way down to system, and you should find simple mode, which is right here, and just tap on enable. And as you can see, it immediately changes to this big icons, and the notification panel also seems a little bit bigger, like bigger text, so it's easier to read. And when you go into the settings, it's also simplified with basically like the essential settings and everything else being hidden under the more settings. So you have a normal one, just also a little bit bigger than normally it is. And to disable it, you just simply tap on settings and then exit simple mode, and we'll go back to normal. So that'll be the first one. Now moving on, we're going to go into themes. And what I mean is normally the ones that come preloaded on the device will primarily change like the wallpaper. But if you actually download different ones, you can change the accent colors. As you can see, they are kind of like light bluish color. And to actually get to download the themes, you will need to log in into the app gallery, which, let's just wait for this to disappear, and tap on me, and you will have this thing option to log in, so you can just tap on it and then log into it. And once you have done that, when you go into the theme app with another ad, you will get this one instead of like the main preloaded themes that you can choose from. And from here you can download any one that you like, so you can just tap, for instance, on top ones and then either choose paid or free. So I'm just gonna go with the free ones, and I already downloaded a couple of them previously, but you can, for instance, tap on it to see how it will look, as you can see. And for instance, I'm just gonna activate this one, which I already downloaded. So let's just keep the magazine unlocked. And now, as you remember, it was kind of a light bluish color of an accent color. Now you have a completely different one, and also get a different wallpaper and icon pack. And you can change the wallpaper icon pack too if you want to mess around in the themes app, but you can also find a different thing that might look also completely different, let's say like this. So I'm just gonna choose, for instance, a completely different one, and as you can see, this one didn't really change the accent colors, but it changes the entire icon setup. Might not look too good right now, so I'm just gonna go back to this one. So that's one way you could change the accent colors, theme, icon packs and wallpapers. And now moving on, we're gonna go into the app lock, which what it will do is lock apps that you choose to restrict access for let's say like if you're handing someone the phone, they will need to have either a fingerprint or face unlock to gain access to a specific app. And to enable it, you will go into the settings and then security and privacy, so somewhere on the bottom right here, and then find app lock, which is right here. Now we'll need to add a pattern on some sorts, or I have right now PIN. I can do a lock screen password, which is what I have set right now. You can also use a fingerprint ID, which I also have enrolled. So now I can gain access with my finger to it. And here then you get to choose which apps you want to lock. So let's say you want to keep your messages private, you will find the messaging app. So right here, for instance, messages. And if I now quit this and try to open the app, it will tell me to either put my finger or the password. So either way, but I cannot get into it without actually putting it in. So I just use my finger and then I get access to it. Or let's close it again. Or I can, come on. Let's try to lock it maybe. Okay, or you can do it by putting in the password. And as you can see also, it resets the access to it whenever you lock the device. Okay, so another thing, now moving on, we're gonna go into the emergency SOS. Now, you might not be a fan of it and consider it completely useless, but there might be a use, for instance, when you're in distress, and it's a simple way to, for instance, without actually doing anything, you just start spamming your power button. So if I actually lock the device, tap it 5 times, you will see this. And from here, let's go into actually to customize it. You'd also go into the security and privacy and then find the emergency SOS, and then tap on emergency contact and just add a contact from your contact list. And from here, once you add a contact, then you will get also you can read what it does. Once you press the button 5 times rapidly to make an emergency call, you can set up your name, blood type, and other stuff, and also send SOS message. So if you check this on and agree, you can choose the contact that you want to basically send it to, and basically when you start spamming it, it will send your location and the SOS message to whatever contact you have added. So if you're injured or whatever, someone will know where you are and can respond if you are, let's say, unable to do so. So in most cases it might be useless and you might consider it to be useless, but there might be that 1 out of a million chances that you might need this. So then moving on, we're gonna go into the schedule power on and off. Now this is more of a feature good for the device more than the user, and it will basically improve the battery life and overall performance of the device. And to enable it, we'll go into the smart assistants. So let's go back into the main setting page and then smart assistants. And from here on the bottom, you see schedule power on and off. And then you can just check it on and select where you want the device to power on and off, or off and on in this case. And the best way to set it up is just, for instance, for the device to shut off at night, and once a week is good enough. Anything else might be a little bit excessive, but then if you're not using the device at night, it will also help you preserve the battery of the phone. So it's just a matter of preference in this case. If you want to keep it as it is, for instance, which is every day, and it turns off at 11, as you can see right here, and powers back on at 7 in the morning, then you can keep it, and then repeat it's never. You can set it to Monday through Friday, every day, or custom. So if you set never, it will only work once, which is, I guess, this time. And then custom, you can set it up, like I'm saying, for instance, once a week, so Sunday. And then, for instance, just make a quick one so it only powers on and off. So we can set it up to be, actually, say like, let's do 2 in the morning to power on, and power off at, for instance, 1:30. It doesn't need to be excessive, it just needs to power off and back on to clear the phone cache and other stuff like that, basically to improve the performance of the phone. And like I said, you can also set it up to basically power off for extended period for night time to improve the battery, but you don't have to. So that'll be basically one of the last one. And another one that I'm just gonna drop just for fun. As you can see, there's a lot of the apps that come preloaded in the device with the Huawei or Honor, and you can actually remove certain ones. So let's say you have like Mirror, you can hold it and then uninstall it, which normally the preloaded apps aren't able to be removed, but as you can see here, you can remove most of them if you don't want them. I'm not tested only with like a bunch of them, but for the most part it allowed me to remove a lot of the apps that I just don't want, as you can see. So You can clean that up a little bit if you're not using all the apps, or you just don't want them to be clogging up your screen. So that was more for a fun and kind of clean up of the device. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.